I thought if I'm gonna draw a fish, I should draw a fish that no one has drawn before, because what's the fun in paleo art if I'm not doing something new? Which is probably a cringe way of looking at art and contributions to it, but I thought I would draw an extinct species of Nitropus that we have a lot of information on, and actually museum specimens do exist, but I can't find an image or a drawing anywhere on the internet. So the one flaw to this plan is that although I own a Wacom Wacom tablet, I can't find the pen. And this is not like a iPhone touchscreen type of thing where you can just use like something warm or whatever. They're like machine coded to go with the tablet. So for now, we're going to be using my mouse, and I will just have to turn on pen stability really high in the art program. I remember, so I've done art before, fish art before. I was terrible, but I do have some if you guys want to see. So this was, let's see, let's go in order. The first one I ever did was this, and this was before I knew pen stability was a thing. So look at my lines. Look at my lines, how awful they are. But this was me trying to draw a black crappie in November. And then this is the same day I tried to do a rainbow darter. Patterning is awful. Again, look at these lines. They're disgusting. I didn't know pen stability was a thing. And then I learned about pen stability, and I was like, holy crap. Artists are frauds. Art is easy. Look at my brown trout. Look at how sick this brown trout is. And then I did a rock bass. The patterning is hard on the rock bass, but I thought it came out pretty good. This was my outline, and then I tried to color it in, and that was my rock bass. But you can see I learned and I got better. And then I did absolutely, oh wait, no, I did one more drawing after that. I did a margined Mad Tom, but I didn't really shade it properly. And that was the last of my, the whiskers are actually pretty damn good, to be honest. Those are like very accurate whiskers. I mean, the whole fish is accurate. That's cool. This is a margin Mad Tom. It's a dwarf species of catfish. There's a whole family of dwarf catfishes, or I guess genus of dwarf catfishes that exists in the United States. So today, I want to try an actually extinct species. What we are going to do today is draw Durango Shiner. This is probably, when it comes to paleo art, the least speculative paleo art that you can possibly do, okay? Because typically when people draw extinct organisms, they're taking a bunch of measurements from fossils, bones, predictory things that are already known about the species. We have lots of paleo artists in chat and in the community in general who know a lot about how difficult this process probably is. I'm going to do a fish that is recently extinct. The last specimen was seen, I believe, in the 1960s, and there exists a paper from the 80s that describes the species, gives me exact measurements for every part of the body, and has a key to differentiate it from other species. And it has drawings of those other species. So this is Nitropus amechi, and this is Nitropus calientis. And this is Nitropus auledon. So you can see exactly how the face is supposed to look in that drawing. Lots of stuff about the bones, but there's no complete drawing anywhere of Nitropus auledon. There's also this key, which gives all of the hyper-specific information about the fish. And so I figured what we would do is we would find the most related fish. We would trace that fish, and then we would make the changes that needed to be done in order to make it accurate. And we would have the first proper drawing of the Durango Shiner, which is extinct. I don't know if the Ameca Shiner is extinct. It might be extinct in the wild, but it's not extinct in captivity. The Durango Shiner is extinct in general. I believe there are exams or museum specimens somewhere, but there are no pictures on the internet of this fish. So I thought it'd be a good jumping off point. Now what I need to figure out first is what fish do I trace? What fish is most related? So we're looking for N. audilion here. Okay, so that's 10C. So it looks like Amechi and Calientis are both good candidates. Lateral stripe present on snout, absent on snout. So that's something we have to pay attention to. Ours is missing lateral stripe on snout. Anal fin rays 6 or 7, usually 8, usually 7. Okay, it looks like Calientis might be a better bet, which I believe is the yellow shiner. Natropus calientis. Yeah, it's the yellow shiner. Now the question is, I don't know if there are any good photos of this on the internet. I don't think there are any good real photos of Natropus calientis. There's just drawings, and honestly, this is the drawing from the original paper. I don't know if there actually exists a better drawing than this. So we might have to trace based on a drawing. Why do you think this is tough, petite paleoartist? I feel like this is the easiest possible way to do paleo art without speculation. We'll base it off that. A Mecha Shiner has photos. I mean, if a Mecha Shiner has better photos, we could probably do an Mecha Shiner. But it doesn't really look like it has great photos of it. Like, I don't want to trace that. It is certainly a weird fat guy. I would trace this. These pictures are all just so low resolution. You're lucky there's some sort of recon. Well, it's not luck. I chose it. I specifically chose a fish that I knew had stuff. This is what this is, right? This is a yellow shiner. Natropus amekai. Okay. Honestly, maybe I just trace this. Then it's hard to get the details. Do I trace? Okay, chat. This is the first decision we have to make. Do I trace the drawing of the yellow shiner as a starting point? Or do I do the Mecha Shiner actual photo as a starting point? That's reasonable, but I'm gonna promise you, petite paleo artists, you don't want me to just make up the shape myself. I think it's gonna be a good idea to get a feel for the shape. Well, I'm just tracing from the original shape. Everything after that is on me. It's just the shape of the fish. I agree. Don't trace. I'm not okay. The actual photo, it's just so low resolution, but I guess I could blow it up and make it easier. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, I just want to trace the shape basically. Okay, it looks like there's some sort of pen stability already on, so I'll just trust my previous pen stability settings, because to be honest with you, I don't really know how to change them. Okay. Changing the color. I'm learning. I did use this program at one point, I swear, but I have not used this program recently. So let's get the shape. That's fine. It's a little bigger than it should be. But you'll see what I mean here, chat. I'm not like fucking drawing the fish one for one. And this is where the anal fin begins. I don't know how to properly do that. Oh no, there's the pelvic fins and then the anal fins. That is tough. So let me go to here and think about this for a second. I think I might do... It's low resolution, so it's kind of hard to tell where things start and stop. So I think I'll just exaggerate it a little bit for my future sake. I suggest doing the body without a fin, then adding a fin. Yeah, that's typically what I do when I draw stuff. I would do like this. I'll probably do both with a separation so that it'll make it easier to shade later. Fuck. That was so good until the edge there. God, why are mouses so hard to use? Not that I think I would be doing like a ton better if I was using my tablet, but okay. And then you're good here. Oh fuck. I didn't make a new I didn't make a thing. So I'm just drawing on the original image. So now I can't delete the original image. Shit. Redraw it. But look how good it is. Look how good it looks. All right, I've done it, chat. Actually, I should probably get the pectoral fin, shouldn't I? Hold on. Fuck, I did it on the wrong... I did it on the wrong layer, man. Okay, the only part that's actively throwing me off is right here. I hate right there. I'm changing that. Why didn't you do the eye? I'll eyeball it. Fish eyes are not as round as big fish wants you to believe, though. That's not that bad. I can fuck with that. All right, let's give him a pupil real quick. I'm not going to give him anime eyes. I'm better than that. And it actually kind of looks like he has a front-facing teardrop eye shape, which can be a consistent ID feature on some species and totally worthless on others. I'm not going to give it hyper-realistic. You're misunderstanding the concept. I'm not giving it hyper-realistic human eyes. That's not what we're doing here today, okay? Now we need to really get into the thick of it. So the ones we have a picture, lateral stripe present on snout. So they don't have a lateral stripe on their snout. But what does that mean? Show me a lateral stripe on a snout. This is their face, by the way. The mouth is like coming down here. Actually, it should be thinner at this point, right? I should use a smaller. But this is not what fish mouths look like, right? Like when, actually, it's not that bad. But like usually this will hang over a bit. The maxilla and the premaxilla and all that crap. He looks depressed. He's fine, chat. Don't worry about it. Okay. So some of the important features are these orbital features, but you wouldn't really see these typically. This unfortunately has interfered. Can I like, is there a hot switch to go between the eraser and the operculum or the brush? I'm sure there is. Okay, that's not bad. This is not a bad fish, chat. It's not that bad. I think though that this canal is not going to be worthwhile because you're not going to be able to actually see that on the fish. I'll try to add some sort of shading that indicates these face shape type things so that the ID features are there. The fish looks like a SpongeBob fish. Okay, man. So this is Calientis. This is what we based it on. No, it's not. I lied. So it doesn't have the black stripe on the snout like this one does. But the rest of it should be fairly accurate. The darkly outlined scales on top is interesting. And the amount of rays on the fins will matter. I don't think I'm going to go this detailed with the rays. Did they not take ray counts on anything other than the anal fin? Well, I know it should have 7 anal fin rays. I can do that real quick. Parallel, slightly less parallel. How do fin rays work? Any ichthyologists in chat? That looks awful. No, that's not how fin rays work. Is there a way to draw a straight line? Should I make these straight? Who is this fish, by the way? This is the Durango shiner, Natropus audidon. Recently extinct. By recently, I mean within the past 100 years. Hold on shift for straight line. What the fuck? You lied. What is this, man? What the hell? Oh my god, make it small again. Okay. This guy ruined my life. Well, then that's not really paleo art. It's an extinct fish. What are you talking about? Is paleontology not the study of things that are known from fossils? I guess this isn't really known from a fossil. Whatever, extinct fish art. Good enough. It deals with prehistory. Yeah, pre 50 years ago. All right, I think the toughest part by far is gonna be the scales. So I should probably get to that. And I think the scale count is important too, unfortunately. I can get the lateral line first though. I know that something important about this species was that it had less sensory pores on its lateral line, which doesn't mean anything in terms of a drawing, but now people in chat are arguing about what is and isn't paleo art. Oh no. What have I done, chat? This is the hardest part. I swear. This is gonna be these damn scales. See, that one makes it look crowded now. Oh, I should put in a new layer and draw some scales and then copy paste them. And then I'll just fix it afterwards. It's great. Wow, these scales are gonna look like shit. I'll say it. There's gotta be a faster way to do this. You should have pointed the scales. Yeah, man. Yeah. Some of them are pointed, so bet you feel stupid. Painted. Oh no. Wait, they're not painted. Oh, yeah, no, I see the problem. He's getting there. It's not that bad. When you zoom out, and once I fix it, obviously the scales are not supposed to be on the fin and such. I'm gonna fix that. Now we do what I call the great erase, chat. The great erase. This is a classic art move. Anyone who's ever done an art will know about this. So we're gonna go ahead and select all, obviously. We're gonna take our brush and we're gonna, whoa, That's not what I told you to do. We're gonna take our brush and we're just gonna... Those scales don't belong in the fins, silly rabbit. Those scales don't belong outside the body. You still need shading to add depth? Bro, the Mona Lisa wasn't painted in a day, okay? I'm fucking getting there, man. Have you not seen me copy pasting scales for 15 minutes? What do you think that does to a man? It might have been, yeah, I don't know the history of the Mona Lisa. It was probably painted in a day. Do I just like say fuck these areas and then redraw them? Or do I really just like go small brush and try to clean this shit up? I could clean this. I can fix her. Maybe I'm crazy, but this is like a fun Sudoku game. Look at that. Well, that scale's way too big, but you get the point. I fixed her. Just go ahead and undo that. And that. There's sort of a clusterfuck going on over here. We'll just make that one scale. We'll make this one scale. Fuck it. Everyone can be a scale. You get a scale. I get a scale. It's great. Scales on scales on scales. Just, that doesn't make sense, so we'll just fix that. I think shading it is going to be a pain in the ass, but I think as far as scaling a fish goes, this looks pretty damn good. Am I crazy to say that? Sketch done, time to move on to line work? No, I don't know what that means. No, take it back. I don't know what that means. Okay. I'm not done sketching. Sorry, more sketching to do. Oh, right. The coloration on the snout. I should probably do that. But it's not on the snout, but it is probably behind the eye because the key does not mention it not being behind the eye. But for this, I should use a different tool. Maybe one of these bitches. Behind the eye, there's some coloration. Honestly, I do want to do the operculum stuff. I wasn't sure about it at first, but I think I do want to do the operculum stuff. I think it adds accuracy. Is this drawing going to be black and white? What do you think I am? An amateur? Of course not. No, this will be beautifully colored. Why not give a highlight in the eye? I don't know. I don't want to give it anime eyes. Is that a... Should I do that? Okay, I guess it does look better that way. Fine. You should be doing color right now. Focus on getting basic colors. Yeah, so this is the part where I'm definitely gonna have to consult a real image of existing fish, because this entire paper, being from the 80s, is in black and white. And the only mentions of color within the key are that there's no lateral absent from the snout. Oh wait, lateral line absent? Oh. Okay. Did not read that. Glad I read that. He does not have the lateral line like the other ones. Wait, why did those scales get erased? Why were some of the scales on that layer? Oh, the original scales were on that layer. Shit. Okay. I'll fix you. Is this fish real? Yes, this is the real description from the 1980s of this shiner, which no images exist of the actual fish, and the only drawing that I found on the entire internet is this. And it even has an incomplete caudal fin, because I guess the holotype was missing part of its caudal fin. I will use the Ameca shiner as reference. So I think this should go below the other layers, and I think I'm going to do this as like a background coloration first. That doesn't look bad. That's a good start. And then I would want to do the gold stripe, I think, is an important bit next. Yeah, I removed the lateral line. This is not a lateral line. This is a lateral stripe. A lateral line is actually a sensory organ that fishes use to sense movement in the water around them. Presuming it goes all the way. It looks like it should. It's incomplete on this individual, but it looks like it should go all the way. All right, and then the other outlining that I'll need is some black on fins. Yo, this fish is actually turning out kind of nice. Fish looking kind of emo. Well, he doesn't have his main coloration yet, but yes, he is a little on the emo side. And it looks like there's a hint of this pale yellow behind sort of the caudal spot here. Damn, I've been doing this for an hour and a half, and I have made a not great product, Imagine if you actually were good at Paleoart. Well, I suppose that would probably speed up the process a little bit. This doesn't look so damn bad. For my dumbass, look at this. I'm gonna start with the scale outline, which is just basically gonna be something along those lines. I don't know really how to properly do this though. But basically the scales should be darker edged. I wish there was a way I could just take all these lines and make them thicker. That probably would have just been something I would have had to have done while I was doing the thing. All right, the only shading that I know how to do, chat, you guys would have to teach me this otherwise, because the only shading that I know how to do is to take the color, to go like one step darker, barely, and then to just fucking brush the edges with it. Do I really need shading? Look at how perfect he is. He's flawless the way he is. Now, this is the part where I reveal that I don't really know how shadows work. Okay, don't put it on a background and you don't notice. Okay, maybe a white background's better. Yeah, no, yeah, yep, that's the background color we are gonna go with. A, V, and that looks terrible. Never mind. A, V, N, J. All right, now this will probably be the fucking top image that comes up, which is funny. If you search Durango Shiner, if I post it literally anywhere with the words Durango Shiner and Atropis Aulidion, like if I post it on Twitter. Actually, let's do that. Can you guys boost this post on Twitter? Paleoart. I'll put it in quotes so no one gets mad at me. Or should I take it out of quotes because it'd be funny? I'll take it out of quotes so everyone in the comments can argue with me about what Paleoart is. Tried my hand at Paleoart for the first time. Here's the Durango Shiner, Atropis Aulidion. All right, well that was fun. Now imagine doing this with proper don't, Liz, that's fucked up. Look at him try. That's fucked up, Liz. Go fuck yourself. Look at him try. Raw, that's not real Paleoart. Wow, this low-key kind of pog. Thank you. Thank you to all the commenters. I don't know why your comments got hidden, but I feel like this could have gone a lot worse. I think this actually looks quite nice.